This story is called The Name of the Tree. Once long ago, in the land of the short grass in the south of Africa, there was a great drought and a great hunger. It had not rained for many days, many weeks. The plants were dying and the animals were hungry. And so they all came together. The elephant, the gazelle, the rabbit, the tortoise, the antelope, the monkeys. They all knew that if they stayed, they would die. And so they decided to travel toward the north, toward the place where the river flowed. They knew that the closer they came to the water, there would be more of a chance that there would be something to eat. And so they began to walk. They walked and walked through the land of the short grass. At the end of the first day, far ahead, on the horizon, they saw a tiny bump. At the end of the second day, they could tell that this bump was a great tree. And at the end of the third day, they reached the tree. And what a tree it was. No animal had ever seen such a tree before. It was so big. And it was covered with fruits of many colors. The fruit was as red as pomegranates, as orange as mangoes, as yellow as bananas, as green as melons, and as purple as plums. And the fruit smelled like all the fruits of the world wrapped together. But the tree was so tall that not even the giraffe could reach the lowest branch. And the trunk was so slippery that not even the monkeys could climb it. All the animals could see the fruit. They could smell the fruit, but they could not reach the fruit. And so they sank down under the tree and they began to cry. And they cried and cried. And then they stopped crying. A very old tortoise, a land turtle, spoke up. She said, "Oh, animals, long ago, my great, 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 great grandmother told me about a tree that would bend down its branches if you called it by its name." "Well, that would be great," said the zebra. "How are we going to find out what this tree's name is?" "Well," said the elephant, "we could go to speak to King Lion. He knows many things. He lives in a clearing not far from the river." "I will go," said Gazelle, "for I am the swiftest." All the animals agreed that it was Gazelle who should go and find out if Lion knew the name of this wonderful tree. So Gazelle set off. She trotted quickly through the land of the short grass, and as she went along, she thought, "How lucky these other animals are to have me, so swift, so sure. I will be with the lion in no time, and I will turn around and bring the animals the name of the tree that they need so desperately. They're so lucky to have me. I'm an important person." The gazelle traveled through the land of the short grass, and soon she was wending her way through the rainforest, and in no time came to the clearing where the lion lay on a great flat rock. He lay with one great golden paw crossed over the other, and his long tail wrapped around him. and every golden hair in place. As the gazelle came into the clearing, she bowed low. "My lord, King Lion." And the lion nodded his head in deference to the gazelle. "Yes, what can I do for you?" "Oh, King Lion, we of the land of the short grass are starving, but we have found a great and strange tree, and we hope that if we call the tree by its name, it will bend its branches down and feed us." "Yes, you have thought correctly," said King Lion. "I know the name of this strange tree, and I will tell it to you, but you must be sure to remember the name of the tree. For I am a busy ruler, and I do not want to waste time having to tell you again. The name of the tree is Ungali." "Ungali," repeated the gazelle. "Thank you, Lord." And once again she bowed low and backed out of the clearing and turned around and began trotting through the clearing, and soon she quickly reached the rainforest. And as she went, she thought, "I am so good at this. I'm such an important person. I'm so swift that I will be back with the animals in no time to tell them what the lion said, and we will soon all be eating of that delicious fruit. I am very important." Well, she was so busy thinking about how important she was that before she knew it, she was trotting across the land of the short grass. Up ahead, she could see the animals waiting under the great tree. She kept thinking about how important she was and what a good service she was doing to the other animals, that she didn't notice a rabbit hole right in front of her. Before she knew it, one of her long, slender hoofs had fallen right into that rabbit hole, and it tripped her up. And she tumbled head over hoofs, over head over hoofs, over hoofs, and tumbled right into the group of animals. She bumped into the great trunk of the tree, and the other animals gathered around her. "Oh, Gazelle, did you see Lion? What did he say? Does he know the name of the tree? What is the name of the tree?" Now Gazelle untangled her long, thin limbs and stood up unsteadily, testing her legs to be sure that they were all whole. And then she thought for a moment, and then she shook her head. "I don't know. I don't remember." "What?" said all the other animals. "You don't remember? Oh, no." And they all sank down under the tree. "Wait a minute," said Elephant. "Send me. I will remember. I will go and speak to King Lion." And the other animals agreed that Elephant had a very good memory. So Elephant set off through the land of the short grass. Gum, 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 gum. After a day or so, she reached the rainforest, and again she continued along, moving through the underbrush, gum, 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 pushing her way through the dense foliage, until after another several days, she reached the clearing where the lion was now sitting up on his great flat rock. He sat up, and tufts of fur were sticking out all over his body. And the tuft of his tail twitched. When Elephant entered the clearing, he bowed low. "My lord, King Lion." "Elephant, I see you are here. That is because that foolish gazelle has forgotten the name of the tree." "Yes, my lord," said Elephant, and bowed again. "I am sorry, sir. Please have pity upon us. We are starving. Please tell us the name of the tree once again." "Oh, very well," said Lion. I will tell you the name of the tree, but I do not want to have to tell anyone else. You be sure to remember. The name of the tree is Ungali. Ungali, said Elephant. Thank you, my lord. And once again the elephant bowed low, so low that his trunk scraped against the stony ground. Elephant backed out of the clearing and turned and began making his way toward the rainforest. But as he went, gum, 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 he was thinking, well, that's annoying. Lion thinks I will forget. I will not forget the name of that tree. I have a great memory. I can remember the names of my 42 cousins. I can remember the names of all the stars in the sky. Remembering the name of one tree will not be a problem. That lion, I'll show him. Gum, gum, gum. I will name every tree that I pass as I go along. And so through the rainforest, every tree that Elephant passed, he named. Well, now, that's a teakwood tree, and that's an ebony, and let me see, I think that's a zebra wood. After a day or so, Elephant found himself back in the land of the short grass. Gum, gum, gum. And he was still naming trees. There's an acacia wood. Yes, I'm sure of it. As he passed the trees, which are not very many in the land of the short grass. Nevertheless, Elephant named every one. He was so busy naming trees that he didn't notice the rabbit hole ahead of him. And into the rabbit hole, he put one of his great thick feet. He was so busy naming those trees. Well, his foot stuck fast. The other animals saw Elephant coming so close. Why has he stopped? What's wrong? Well, Elephant pulled and tugged until pop! His foot came out of the rabbit hole, but he stumbled back and he was embarrassed. The other animals hurried around him. Well, Elephant, did you find Lion? Did he know the name of the tree? What's the name of the tree? Oh, I don't know, said Elephant, shaking his great head till his ears flapped. I don't know, and I don't care. This stupid tree has been nothing but trouble. Well, the animals were so tired and so hungry that they sank down to the ground, and this time they didn't even groan. They just lay there in the dirt under the great tree. But then a very small tortoise spoke up. Animals, please, send me. I will go. I will remember the name of the tree if you send me. My great-great-great-great-grandmother, the tortoise who told you about the wonderful tree, she taught me how to remember. If you send me, I will come back with the name of the tree. Oh, said Rabbit, Tortoise, you're so small. You're so young. You're so slow. Yes, said Tortoise, all of those things are true, but I know how to remember. Oh, that silly Tortoise, we can't send him. He just won't remember. All the other animals began to argue and fuss about whether Tortoise should go to speak to King Lion. While they were doing that, Tortoise set off, one foot in front of the other, slowly, crawling through the land of the short grass. After many days, he crossed the land of the short grass and came to the rainforest. Now slowly, he put one foot in front of the other and pushed his way through the thick undergrowth of green leaves and trees. After many days, the very young tortoise reached the clearing where the lion was now, pacing back and forth, round and round the great rock, lashing his tail and roaring. As the tortoise entered the clearing, King Lion turned on him and snarled, "Tortoise, I can see you are here." "Yes, my lord, please." "You are here because that foolish elephant has forgotten the name of the tree. I told that elephant that I didn't want to tell any other animal that the name of the tree is Ungali, and I will not tell you." "Yes, my lord king. Thank you, my lord." And the very young tortoise backed out of the clearing, bowing, and then turned, and putting one foot in front of the other, he began to push his way through the greenery of the rainforest, just as the elephant and the gazelle had done, but with one important difference. With every step, the very young tortoise said, "Ungali, Ungali, the name of the tree is Ungali." With every step, he spoke the name of the tree. "Ungali, Ungali, the name of the tree is Ungali." Slowly, slowly, he made his way through the greenery of the rainforest. After several days, he reached once again the land of the short grass. And with every step, he said the name of the tree. He said the name of the tree. When his throat was so dry, he didn't think he could say it again. He said the name of the tree when his feet were so sore he didn't think he could take another step. But on he went, and with each step he said, "Ungali, Ungali, the name of the tree is Ungali." He finally reached the great tree. All the other animals were so sad and so hungry that they didn't even notice that the very young tortoise had returned. He walked right up to the tree. He put his front feet on the trunk of the tree, and he looked up into the tree's great branches, and he said, "The name of the tree is Ungali." And when he did, the branches of the great tree bent down. And now the animals smelled that delicious scent that was like all the smells of all the fruits of the world all mixed together. They opened their eyes. They looked and saw the branches so close that they could all reach down and pick that delicious fruit. That fruit of all colors, as red as pomegranates, as orange as mangoes, as yellow as bananas, as green as melons, and as purple as plums. The animals picked the fruit, and they ate and ate and ate until they were full. And when they were full, they raised the very young tortoise up on their shoulders, and they marched round and round and round the great tree, chanting, "Ungali, Ungali, the name of the tree is Ungali." For they never wanted to forget again, and they never did.